So I've been doing lots of work here in the yard lately. I've been opening it up quite a bit and making more room because I'm going to be building on the front of the garage here. So I wanted to make this video to kind of talk about what I'm doing, because I want to be able to give updates when I work in the yard, but if you don't know what it's for, then my videos don't really make sense. So right now I'll give you a little tour of the old part just to show you what I have now, and I want to talk about where I started because that's important too. So I've been in here for about 8 years, and before that I had a 16 by 16 shed that my brother had built, and I worked on sleds and bikes in there for years until we got this place. This garage was built in the 50s or 60s, I think, and this is way more than what I started with. I was really happy to get this place because it was finally a garage with a cement floor, even though it's all pretty shitty and cracked. Still better than what I started with. When I first came here, there was no front wall in the building. There was just two big sliding barn doors. So here's an old picture of the garage, exactly where I'm standing right now. That's just after we got it. And here's a picture from the front. Same building. There was nothing on the inside of the walls and nothing on the ceiling. It was all open. There was only, I think, 2 light bulbs in here and a plug-in. That's all there was for wiring. And it was all grown up with trees outside. It was all closed up over the years of nobody taking care of it at all. So I slowly got it insulated and closed up so I could work in here all year. So just last year we bought a few acres on this side. So originally the line would have been right here. So now I got a few acres this way, which allowed me to have a dedicated driveway for the garage. Now it's kind of cool because this used to be a driveway before for the original farm that was here, and it came right to the garage, and I think it run through the back, and there's a barn back there, and I think it went to that. But anyway, I just kind of started reusing it. I didn't have many big trees to cut. There was some like maybe 8 inches in diameter, nothing too big. So this is last fall. I'm walking through where the driveway was going to be. So what I'm planning on is this big pine here. I'm going to cut that out. Haven't done it yet, but I will be cutting that out. And there's that dead one there straight ahead. I had already cut that one. Now this is this year. So you can see those 2 pine are still there. And I have I put a culvert in. I got a load of gravel here. And it leveled out nice because it was getting kind of rough to get onto the highway, and it's kind of a safety issue, so I got some gravel. So fix that problem. And I fixed up the ends of my culvert with some rocks. I still have to finish that. Stops it from washing out. Here's the same view last fall. This is looking back towards the garage. So that is the new driveway, and I cut quite a few big pine here. One really big one. And then the rest were a little smaller, nothing too big, nothing over 12 inch in diameter at the bottom. And I'm going to be cutting some more. There's one here. There's one there and one there. So, and then that small one there on the end. Cut about 4 trees here, and I'm going to limb the rest of these up because I have to move this bottom part of the driveway over, probably like here. And there's a few little small ones there to cut yet. So instead of coming down towards the garage, I want it to come down a little bit more this way, so I can have a little bit more room in front and I don't have to drive directly past the doors. So these little bunch of trees are going to go yet. So anyway, that opened up this side quite a bit. Now, a couple of weeks ago, I guess, I got a backhoe in here to dig out this bank. And there was about 3 or 4 pine here and a maple. I cut all those. And then plus one in the back I'd cut after. So I don't know, I cut about 5 or 6 trees there. Got all the stumps taken out. I got this bank cut out, and then all this brought down here because this was a lower spot. And I got some gravel in here last week, I guess. And this gravel is for the front here to go under the slab. And then whenever I do get some more pit run to fill in the front here, because it's still, there's kind of a drop off here. Once I get that filled up a little more, the rest of the gravel, hopefully it'll be a little bit left, I can spread out in front. Last, when was that? Last fall, maybe it was. I had got 14 loads of fill from a job we were doing somewhere else for free. So I got all that dumped on this side. And before, this was kind of a low spot here, and then it dropped down even more, and it was kind of low and full of weeds and grass and stuff. So I got all that covered up, which is nice because cleaned it up quite a bit. And also there was 3 big pine stumps right here, and that was from when we first got the place. I wanted those cut because we had some wicked storms here for a while, and I was afraid one of the tops was going to break off and go right through my roof. So I cut those right away, and I cut the bush back quite a bit. The bush probably ended here, so I cut a bunch of the trees out of there, opened that up quite a bit, and I like it a lot better now. I like things open. So you can see the little drop off I was talking about here. So I got to fill this up enough and then slowly kind of taper it down. And then here I want to fill this up a little bit too, probably a couple feet anyway. And I had got a load put right here too last fall because there was kind of a hole here. And this is the lumber for my walls. They're all 12-foot 2x6, and I got a few 2x10 in there for the garage door frames, door headers. So I will be framing this thing myself because I am a licensed carpenter and I've been doing a lot of carpentry for the last 12 years or so. So that's kind of what I was planning on doing. I want to show everything in videos and post it all on my group just to show what I can do, and I don't know, maybe somebody will be interested in it. And it's kind of cool because it's all rough sawn lumber. I'm kind of doing it the old-fashioned way. Try not to buy too much because it's too friggin' expensive. So that's my plans. That's what I'm doing. So this will be the first video in probably a series of videos of me doing all this this work and framing the new part on the garage, and try to put a lot of content in. It's hard working 2 jobs. I don't really have much time, but I'll try to document as much of it as I can. hopefully I don't bore too many people and everybody keeps watching.